when you look at education right now, you probably think like, what's going on? The students aren't doing good with reading. They're not doing good with math. The behavior is out of control, and everything that these schools are doing is not working. What is the problem? We are trying to run the system of education like it's an industrial business. But what you're not understanding is an industrial business is a controlled environment. When you are looking at the system of education, you cannot do that. It is not a controlled environment. It is not something where everybody's doing the same thing at the same time, and then at the end of their education, they're getting the same result. There are so many factors that create issues with people that there's no way to stop the whole line, to stop the whole educational program, fix that, and then for those who are already graduated, go and help them to get filled in where they have holes. So when we're talking about, oh, why are these kids not performing in math, and they're not performing in English, and they're not performing in the classroom because their behaviors, and they're so angry, and they're so disrespectful, and they don't do anything, it's because you're not looking at the impacts of what's going on in their life. You can't think that just because you're teaching a specific curriculum to all children, that all children are going to get the same results at the end. They are not in an industrial business. You have to adjust and adapt and modify in the process of before the end product or the graduation or the promotion. Because that means that you have to see that children are different. There is no child that is the same. Therefore, they should not all be treated and taught the same. They should not be spoken to the same, and you should not expect them to be receptive to the way that you talk to them the same. These are different children. And for the life of me, I don't know why people don't understand that. I didn't just write a book so I could say I wrote a book with a cool title. I wrote the book because this is literally what's going on in my career right now, and nobody is listening. The kids know they need to learn. They know they need to behave, but they're not going to learn. They're not going to attempt to even learn or attempt to behave if they get the least amount of a perception that you don't give a crap about them. And for people who say, I'm not there to be their friend, I'm there to teach them, you don't need to be their friend. You don't need to be going to their games and stuff if you don't want to. But I don't understand why you wouldn't want to do that to show this child, to show these youth that you care about them more than a piece of paper with a grade on it or a body in a seat. Why do you forget that if your boss doesn't connect with you or care about you or have any empathy towards you, you typically don't want to go to work or even stay at the job? Why do you forget that children are the same way? It's because we keep acting like it's an industrial business. It is not. I know there's another teacher out there frustrated like me right now, that you just started the school year and you're like, I can't believe this is going on already. I feel you. And this is why I'm trying to get everybody to read my book, to share my book, and to let me come to your school and speak.